Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I'll be showing you guys how to 3D model these shredder blades in Fusion 360. So today I'm going to show you two different types, but the general idea will be there and you can modify them however you'd like and play around the parameters like the tooth count and how much bite there is. Okay, let's get right into it. So you want to start with a new design, and I'll do both blades in this one design. So you want to create a sketch and just pick any plane you want. Usually it's the flat plane facing up, but doesn't really matter. So what you want to do, you want to create a circle and define your outer diameter. So say 60. And you want to define your inner diameter for this first version. And the inner diameter will basically dictate how much bite the tooth has, so basically meaning how much material will be ripped out with each pass of the blade. So I'm going to make this a rather generous 40, so the larger the inner diameter, the less bite you will have. Okay, so these two, outer and inner. Perfect. And now is the time to model in our blades. So you want to use lines like this, and I'm just going to take one from the top, from the outer, straight down to the inner diameter. Perfect. Alright, and now what I'm going to do is create another line extending outwards like this. It's going to form a 90-degree angle like that. Perfect. Now what I'm going to do is I want to create an arc, because I want these blades to be slightly sharper, and I'm going to select 3-point arc and hit the two endpoints like that, and you can play around with how deep this arc is, but I'll put it right around there like that. Okay, awesome. Now we can do a little bit more, but let's first make this blade take shape. So what you want to do, you want to hit create circular pattern. And if you have hotkeys for these, just use them. So instead of just clicking around with your pointer. So you want to hit the two objects we made. You don't need to select this reference line. That was just there, just so we had endpoints to make our arc with. So yeah, and the center point will be the center of the circle. And here you get to pick the number of teeth you have. So you in the examples I showed you before, I picked 4 teeth, but you can do 5 or maybe 10. It really depends on, or maybe not 10, like 8 possibly. But it really depends on your design and what you're looking for out of your shredder. So let's just stick with 4 for now. And you want to hit enter, and that will create your shape for you, like so. Okay. Now we can start extruding, and it's missing a small feature, but I'll get to that in a little bit. Like this. So you just want to click these little areas and extrude it. Actually, you know what? Let's make this 3 teeth instead. Just to change things up a bit. Oh, not 43, 3. There we go. Alright, now when we extrude, we just hit E for extrude, or at least that's my hotkey. And you just extrude these, and you extrude them for the width of your blade. So, for example, 4 millimeters. Perfect. Now, your shredder blade's coming along and it's looking pretty nice. Okay, now we need to fit this on a shaft. And again, this depends on your design, but mine uses a hexagonal shaft, so I'm using a polygon, and it's going to be 19.05 divided by 2, like that. And this is approximately what it's going to be. Okay, so now we just need to make the cutouts, and that's it. You just made your own shredder blade. Now we can do a lot of things to change the geometry, and depending on like the material constraints, we can thicken some parts up, make some parts thinner. But let's add some fillets to these little areas to make it I guess, roll nicer, like this, and you can just, for this, just drag the arrow, however much you like. I think 12 would look pretty good, and hit enter. So now you got yourself a blade. Okay, so that's the first method. It's by using the perpendicular line and then creating an arc, and then creating almost like an L shape and extruding that. And there's another way of doing it, and of course there are infinitely many ways of doing this, but this is just a demonstration for you to get some ideas. So I'm going to create the same, just over to the side though, the same circles, the outer diameter 60, but this time it's going to be a little bit different because I want to use circles to define the blades. So this is going to be a little bit more interesting. I'm going to use these end-to-end circles, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create this geometric looking pattern. So it's like one end starts at the center point, the center axis, the origin of the big circle, and then the end point goes to the edge of the circle. So you'll get an approximate shape like that. I'm not sure if I made this exactly accurate, but regardless, let's proceed. And now all we have to do, well, first of all, you could have used circular pattern for this instead of individually sketching out each circle, but here I'm just going to create one line just like that, just bring it right there. And the thing is, the best part about doing CAD is you can always change it later. So if you don't like the looks of it, you can always go back and make your change. So I'm going to use circular pattern for this and create 4 copies of this line, hit enter, and hit finish sketch. Okay, so now all we have to do is basically extrude everything that we want, which is basically all of this stuff. So everything in the middle, and then we want to extrude everything except the empty space of the blades. And I am right now encountering a problem where it's not like the sketch line doesn't match up with the one of the circles here. So I'm gonna just go back in here, and I'm gonna probably, I don't know if tangent might work. I am not super sure actually. You can see that this little guy, this line right here, isn't going all the way, so I will just manually extend that. Again, if you're doing this yourself, just make sure everything's perfectly aligned because you don't want to have some random imbalance, okay? And then let me go back and fix it. And now we have our nice shredder blade. Now this is looking a little bit ugly for now, and we can go back and make some small changes. For example, we can take a line from here to the edge of the circle, and we can do that for each point. So what this does, it basically gives some more room for the teeth to engage. Like, because before, like, a lot of the blade was blocking itself up, if that makes any sense. And we can just do this 4 times, and you can probably use circular pattern for this again, but I kind of messed up the design, so I'm just going to do it manually. And I'm going to deselect the parts that I don't like, or don't want to be extruded, like that. And then I'm going to extrude my hexagonal shaft slot just for the shaft, and then we should be pretty much good to go. So yeah, and another tip is, instead of entering the value, because like when you do polygons, it's cut in half, so like the width of your shape, it needs to be divided by 2, so instead of like doing the math yourself, you can literally just type it in. Okay, anyways, we got pretty good shape here, but oh no, well, there are little bits of errors here and there, but what I was going to say is, if you don't like the shape and the sharp look, what you can do is simply just use some fillets, and then you can smooth down the corners like this. So this is the exact fillet I used, which is 17.5 millimeters of a radius, and that did the job. And there you have it. That's how you make 2 different types of shredder blades with 2 different methods. And of course, if you're designing a shredder, be sure to use the analysis simulation, like the von Mises stress analysis and all that good stuff, just to make sure your blade's geometry can handle the loads that it's going to be subjected to. So, and to wrap things up, I just want to say this video is part of my project where I'm trying to 3D print a working shredder, and it's going pretty well, so you can check out some videos in the playlist there. And if you're into 3D printing, check out 3D Fuel, an amazing filament sponsor. They're made right here in the USA, and they have great products. And yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoyed that video on how to design these shredder blades. If you're having a project where you need to design things, or you just want to get some design inspiration, this is how you do it. And with that said, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. This video is sponsored by PCBWay. Whether you need high quality PCBs, CNC machining, 3D printing, or injection molding, PCBWay has got you covered. Their fast turnaround and great pricing make them my go-to for prototyping and custom parts. Check them out at PCBWay.com, link in the description.